我是祖传神啊，血脉又相连，山歌唱起吧，游子一去为不及。
This quilt that I've made represents my grandmother's journey from her homeland in Sabah to Malaysia. This is an image of my grandmother that I have photo transferred onto textile as the centerpiece for the quilt. The image that I've got here is a very sort of unclear, unfocused image. It's just that my memory of her is not clear anymore at this stage in my life.
My grandmother introduced me to the Malaysian Chinese culture, how she cooked food, and how she was independent. This picture here, me trying to feed something to my grandmother, and this shows how loving she is in letting her grandchild bring something in her mouth. This shows compassion and lovingness of her grandmother.
The painting behind me is during the happy moment with my grandma. My grandma is a kind, peaceful, elegant lady. We go outside in the small village. She plays with me every day, and we have a fantastic time in my memory.
奶奶和姥姥呢，我都没见过，因为在我出生前他们就不在了。我的因为道就是万物呢都来自于道，道呢就像万物的 grandmother。这个呢就相当于银河系，银河系呢就是那个地方那个道呢就是特别的纯净。
The work that I've produced for the Chinese Museum actually evolved from looking at the relationship between myself and an absent grandmother that I actually never met. My grandfather moved on and remarried to an Australian-born Chinese woman. The work that I've produced, I've titled Two Wongs Making a White, which references the very famous quote, "Two Wongs don't make a white."
When I was doing the research on the Chinese burial grounds, I realized that the shape of the tombstones were very similar to a shape of a dresser. By collecting objects that reminds me of my grandmother, and with the found objects that reminds me of my grandmother, I could put it together with the dresser, and it will be a form of an altar and also as a form of a final goodbye.
祖传神啊，血脉又相连。